Have you ever promised yourself, "This time I won't do it again. This time I'll be smarter. This time I'll change." And then you end up doing the exact same thing? You tell yourself you're done with that one person. You swear you'll fix your sleep schedule. You vow to stop procrastinating. You promise you'll manage your money better. But somehow, you wake up inside the same story again. Different day, same mistake. Why? Why do we repeat the same painful cycles, even when we know exactly how they end? Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Let's start with a truth nobody likes to admit. We don't repeat mistakes because we're stupid. We repeat them because they're familiar. Our brain loves what it already knows, even if it hurts, even if it ruins us, even if it destroys our peace. Pain is not the enemy. Uncertainty is. Your mind would rather choose a familiar disaster than an unfamiliar possibility. That's why we return to people who hurt us. That's why we stay in routines that drain us. That's why we go back to habits that destroy our progress. It's not weakness. It's biology. It's fear disguised as comfort. There are 4 emotional traps that keep us repeating the same mistakes. 1. Hope. I know it failed last time, but maybe this time it'll be different. Hope is beautiful, but hope can also be a trap, because hope without boundaries turns into self-destruction. 2. Denial. We repeat mistakes because we pretend the consequences won't be the same. We convince ourselves, "I can handle it. It's not that bad. Others are worse." Denial is comfortable, until reality hits again. 3. Emotional memory. Our mind remembers emotions more than logic. That's why we go back to a feeling, even when the situation was harmful. You don't miss the person. You miss the version of yourself you felt around them. 4. Fear of change. We think change is hard, but the truth is, change feels like loss. Loss of identity, loss of routine, loss of the old version of you. Your brain holds on to mistakes because mistakes feel like home. Here's something deeper. Most of the mistakes we repeat as adults come from lessons we learned as children. If your childhood taught you to please people, you repeat the mistake of saying yes when you want to say no. If your childhood taught you chaos, you repeat chaos because peace feels unnatural. If your childhood taught you that love comes with pain, you repeat relationships where love hurts. We don't repeat mistakes because they're logical. We repeat them because they match the emotional world we grew up in. Your comfort zone is not what feels good. Your comfort zone is what feels familiar. And familiarity can be toxic. A bad habit can feel comfortable. A bad relationship can feel normal. A bad routine can feel safe. A bad pattern can feel predictable. Your mind craves predictability more than happiness, so you repeat the same mistake, because your brain is addicted to the pattern. Here's the most painful truth. When you try to change, you're not just fighting your habits. You're fighting your identity. You're fighting the version of yourself you've been for years. You're fighting memories. You're fighting fears. You're fighting comfort. You're fighting your past. This is why change requires more than motivation. Change requires identity death, letting go of the old you. And most people aren't ready to let that version go, so they repeat the cycle, again and again and again. You can't break a mistake by trying harder. You break it by understanding why you need it. Ask yourself, what does this habit give me emotionally? What fear am I avoiding? What part of me feels safe in this pattern? What scares me about choosing differently? When you understand the emotional benefit behind the mistake, you take away its power. Because most mistakes aren't choices. They're coping mechanisms. Maybe the real question isn't why we repeat mistakes. Maybe the real question is, what part of you is still living in the past? Maybe the version of you repeating the cycle is the version that needed survival, not happiness. Maybe the mistake isn't a mistake. Maybe it's a message telling you something inside you still hurts. And maybe the bravest thing you can do is not to avoid the mistake, but to heal the part of you that needs it. But listen, there comes a moment in your life where you look at yourself, really look, and you realize something terrifying. You are not stuck because you're weak. You're stuck because you've outgrown the version of you that keeps repeating this cycle, and that version is fighting for its life. The truth is, you are stronger than the habits that break you, stronger than the fears that paralyze you, stronger than the past that shaped you, stronger than the patterns you inherited, and stronger than the excuses you whisper to yourself when no one is listening. You are not meant to repeat pain forever. You are meant to outgrow it. Every mistake you've repeated, every loop you've been trapped inside, every moment you felt ashamed because you did it again, none of that defines you. What defines you is the moment you finally say, enough. I deserve better than the person I'm scared to become. Change doesn't happen when you're ready. Change happens when staying the same becomes unbearable. And when that moment comes, when you finally decide to break the cycle, something beautiful happens. The world doesn't change. You do. And suddenly, the mistake you used to fall into becomes the lesson you rise from. The pattern that held you hostage becomes the story you overcame. The past that controlled you becomes the foundation you build on. You are not doomed to repeat your mistakes. You are designed to rise above them. And the moment you realize that, your life stops being a loop and becomes a breakthrough. Thank you all for watching. If this video touched something inside you, if it opened a door you've been scared to walk through, or if it made you feel a little less alone in your battles, then take a moment to like this video. And if you know someone who's stuck in the same loop, someone who keeps repeating the same pain, share this with them. Sometimes a simple video can be the message someone needs to finally break free. And if you want more truths like this, more questions, more mysteries, more moments that make you look at yourself differently, then subscribe. It means more than you think, and it tells us to keep making videos that speak to the heart. And if you have any strange or interesting questions you want us to answer next, leave them in the comments. We might turn your question into our next video.